Gormagat Lascan Corla, Curran Fáilte Riv an Rockdale Shogs, Boadla McCordy, agus Ianamh le Seán Brendan Griffin, Socht an Cojabre, Igulvu and Billa Shogs, is post on Don Sherrock, Vena Garda, agus Kudu an Rockdale Show, Le Cursi, Savaltug and Garda. I'd like to firstly welcome the initiative of Deputy Griffin in producing and publishing this bill, and as others have said, I think it's very timely with this government having invested so much in the Garda Síochána over the last number of years in difficult circumstances. The reopening of Garda recruitment in Templemore, obviously the budgeted 600 increase for next year and the 500 last year, and it's great to see the initiative by the Minister in reopening that and putting Gardaí back on the beat, and also the increases in the Garda fleet. Both in ordinary Garda cars, if you like, some 34 million spent in new Garda vehicles since 2012, and also the additional 5.3 to be spent on 5.3 million to be spent on 260 new Garda cars to assist the Gardaí in the pursuit of mobile gangs. That would be in addition to the 370 cars that have come on stream so far this year. So obviously there's a commitment by government in relation to resources of the Gardaí, in relation to the fleet, in relation to Garda numbers, as well as other initiatives as well in relation to the establishment of the policing authority, the bail laws that have been planned, and the burglary bill that went through there in the last week or so. Marked Garda cars are very visible. There is no excuse by anybody that they cannot be seen or known. They are marked to be seen. They are marked to be a deterrent, to denote to everyone that they are different, from ordinary cars. And I think that's the important point here, that no one can say we didn't realise it was a Garda car. They are marked differently. Those that are marked differently for that reason, and I see in the bill that the Deputy has highlighted those unmarked ones, that the bill would treat those differently, because obviously the unmarked are more covert in relation to their operations and the Gardaí that use them. Others have said as well in relation to other marked vehicles that can come under attack, our ambulances and fire brigade, particularly on bonfire night, where there seems to be an increasing amount of attacks on these vehicles, stoning and that. Now, possibly, I don't know whether they're mainly minors who are involved in this type of behaviour, but it's equally as despicable in terms of those that are responding to members of the public. The penalties that are applicable for Garda ramming cars, obviously they can include, under existing legislation, imprisonment and also disqualification from driving. I'm not sure is there I won't say a mandatory sentence, but is there a guide there for judges in relation to someone who is involved in ramming a Garda car in relation to disqualification? This bill will copper fasten, I believe, and further highlight the crime of ramming of Garda cars, and I certainly support its contents. I also, acknowledge that anybody who rams a Garda car is by definition a dangerous driver, and if he or she has no regard for peacekeepers, then they certainly have no regard for the ordinary citizens on our streets, on our roads, our families, our children, our friends. So I think that has to be highlighted by further deterring and further highlighting the law in relation to Garda ramming, as this bill would do, the ramming of Garda cars, as this bill would do. It would be a certain further deterrent to those people, and certain lifesaver, not just for the Gardaí but for all our citizens on the roads. It will make our roads safer. Anyone who knows that they will have a mandatory sentence of that level before they go and ram a Garda car, that will surely act as a deterrent, and that will save the lives of Gardaí and save the lives of many people on our roads. So I'd like to commend Deputy Griffin and welcome the fact that the Minister has stated that the Government will support this initiative, and that it will be debated further at committee by a future government, likely at this stage by the next government. I think it's something that certainly every provision should be put in place in relation to highlighting the importance of our peacekeeping forces, the Garda Síochána, who are in general unarmed and who would do a difficult job on our roads keeping the peace, and I certainly welcome the provisions of this bill to highlight the importance of it to the Gardaí and to people who might act in a manner against our Garda Síochána.